Hello, my country people them. Sorry, say when a countryman, it come a few minutes later than planned. I come just about 4 minutes later than planned. But nevertheless, we day live, we day here. Make MashFire for go for before. As we join, we know the usual routine. You copy the link, and then you share and make it go far and wide. Now, so with the do my computer, I'm gonna share, make it go far and wide. Today, I want to send a very brief message to the people the way the things say the day against what black legism, or people the way they've been detractors, as they call them. We'll send a very brief message to them today, my country people them. So yes, black legs them when assemble. Yes, MKPD is live. Now so with the do when I make sure say when I copy the link, when I share them, make it go far and wide. Today na number 22 day for October 2021. I get a message for bringing for one, but before one go into the message, I want me una. Whoops. What has happened there? I want to make una look at this video where I could bring unto una in a second. Now look at this video where some person sent out for me. This person, it talks a contraband, MashFire. No leave that canal. Now listen, now watch. So that one not just small comedy. Yes, not just some person sent up for me. So I decided to share with una. And also yesterday, when I understand yesterday being at the 21st of October 2021, and the Secretary General at the Presidency, His Excellency Ferdinand Gongo, it be day for Buea and for Limbe for inspect the stadiums them and the preparedness for host the African Nations Cup for January 2021. I will show you some video now. When I watch and listen. My country people then, when I say I'm today at the 21st of October 2021, and at the delegation this will come up from Yaoundé, including Rigobert Song, Samuel Eto'o, and the Secretary General at the Presidency, Ferdinand Gongo, when a minister for Cameroon, where he come visit and for inspect the stadiums then, where they could play the African Nations Cup today. When I listen and then we'll talk after.
Chaque individu doit se dire ça. Et pour les stades, les infrastructures aussi, j'aimerais bien parler de l'entretien. Parce que nous, les Africains aussi, on nous donne des choses, on fait des choses magnifiques. Mais après la Coupe d'Afrique, ce qui va se passer, on va les délaisser. Les gens vont venir au stade, ils vont manger, ils vont jeter leurs papiers, ils vont faire du n'importe quoi. Or que c'est pas comme ça. L'Europe aujourd'hui, les gens, ils mangent, ils viennent avec leur sac poubelle, ils le mettent dedans, et c'est bien. Aujourd'hui, c'est ça la victoire numéro 1 du Cameroun. C'est ça la victoire numéro 1 de l'Afrique. Parce que c'est pas seulement le Cameroun. Parce que quand on parlera du Cameroun, on parlera de l'Afrique. Quand je vais partir en Europe ou en Asie pour des vacances, on va me regarder comment? De ce qu'on a fait. Donc, donnons-nous la main dans la main. Soyons des frères et des sœurs. On travaille ensemble pour que l'Afrique gagne. Pour ce qui est du football, on ne peut pas parler de la Coupe d'Afrique sans parler des deux meilleures équipes, le Sénégal et l'Algérie, qui sont aujourd'hui les favoris. Mais vous savez bien que quand on organise la Coupe d'Afrique, on a l'ambition de la gagner et on a la pression de la gagner. Vous savez bien que les Camerounais, il ne leur suffit pas d'être talentueux. Ou il ne suffit pas d'avoir un joueur très talentueux pour gagner. Les Camerounais, pour jouer avec eux mentalement, il faut être prêt. Parce que, comme on le dit,
so my country people then, when I don't see the videos, the pictures them, the green, red, yellow, the flag, they fly very high for Buea, for Limbe, today the 21st of October 2021, as the minister and the delegation where it can inspect the infrastructure for preparation for the African Nations Cup where it starts for January 2022. When I see the reality on the ground, who's are the people, the way they talk say they control ground zero, who's are the so-called amber terrorist shit, no white blast them, where them they run go hide. And minister, they come, they don't fly by air, can't land inside the Buea, where they talk say they control and where they talk say my trip to Buea. Minister Wakana on the road, yes, it drive, enter inside through cross the Mongo Bridge, where it began delegation of the Southwest chiefs. The day for day, they welcome me, they sing song, they dance to ye. Then they drive all the way, they go enter inside Buea. It talk with the Archbishop, talk with the dignitaries, them, talk with the Southwest chiefs, them, talk with the locals, them, entertain people, them, play with people, them, and then inspect the football infrastructure, where they talk about, give media press, statements and everything. And then now, when I've seen the pictures and this, even she don't for Buea, stay night can reach. Now only like a few minutes ago, where Iguaka again on road, enter inside motor, they drive out of Buea, they go back for Douala. When I see the reality, who's that the amber shit, no white blast, the day where they say they control ground zero. I need to see them. Where them they? Who control Buea? Who control Buea? So that's it, my contributor. Now, very simple question. That way, I ask the amber shit, no white blast terrorists, the way they talk today, so they control ground zero. A whole minister with a whole delegation, they come on the planned visit where they plan a month and month in advance. No mean I say they know, they no fly in, they come by road and everything else. When I talk to when control ground zero, not even one popcorn, you know, holla, as when I say when they call them. So, for tell when I say amber shit, no white blast terrorists, they don't be totally and thoroughly defeated. They don't even know where to talk anymore. So for give more breaking news, when I be very keen, when I get attention to detail, eyes for detail. When I go remember these guns, them this particular one where amber shit, no white blast terrorists, they call and say chain cutter. Now one of the guns then this way, so-called General No PT, so-called Field Marshal, when a real name Nambashe Clement, where they use them for act that drama where they act on for Noni and Din and other areas and for for Goketunja and for Buea. So yesterday the news will come out and say 8 of the amber shit novel last terrorists they be kumkumized, and all these 8 they belong to the amber terrorist group under so-called No PT for when I want to understand French. Now the information that on the screen for now. Okay, we harvest now big harvest that there are so-called rocket launchers and whatnot and some ammunition and explosives. Then we recover them back. So as I don't talk today now the 22nd. So before we go into the main broadcast itself, where we can talk about, obviously when I know say countryman, the Kumkumasa, the Igwe, the king of all the black legs, at the talk now from Yaoundé. When I listen.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Thank you plenty my contribution. Before I can show una where contribution actually can talk about to the amber shit no white blast terrorists and any other person where it been a detractor, where it be against MKPD. I get this live broadcast now specifically for una. Una listen first. Thank you plenty my contributor them, and thank for all the contributors that assembled already. That is share. I get the other device with they right here to my left hand where I did read when I comments them as when I did read them. So you get person we talk say Hail the King, that one and Nelly Takham, you know, you get Chaval Blanc, you get Mike Leo they here as well, Ma James, you get Kumkumaiza B, You get G-Man continues. Hey, my countryman. We get Madonna and the rest. Thank you. Amber Odeshi. Thank you plenty. Ibrahim Dorongo. We get all una. I see all una comments. Then when I keep the comments coming, we get info ransom. We get Josh Bush, and then we get Bali General, Guy Musango. We get all una. I love una plenty. My country people them. We get Chavel Blanc, Patrick Koto, Sunshine Amber, Ayisi Ambengondo Onangong Tata. It's a MashFire Igwe live from Eboloa. Thank you plenty my contributor. When MashFire continue for the do it way black legs they like and they understand for do the most, the best. Now for MashFire for the share, I make it go far and wide my contributor. So once more, when I know say I've been at the Kunkumasa, the king of all the black legs. And before I continue, I want to thank all people that don't join we did share. So in order for me to really explain and elaborate the point where I bring them today, a message where I want to send them to all the detractors them and all the people the way they hate MKPD and what way would they do. That one, first of all, now you're right. You get the right for hate me or for like me. That one now your business. You don't get nothing for do with me. But man, tell when I want to send a specific message for una. Me, I get my role models them. And the former president for South Africa, Nelson Mandela, now one of my role models them. Now, person this way, it be such a great role model for my life way. Me, I don't visit South Africa twice. Both times I go to Cape Town, and from Cape Town I jump on the ferry where it go to Robben Island to go see Wusa where it be incarcerated for close to 18 years. For the vast majority of the 27 years we be there in prison, we be there for Robben Island. So I don't study history, I don't study about he, and one of the most important quotes in this way, I don't ever put them out there, where it go elaborate and it go make them for we for understand better my position when it comes to this Anglophone crisis, Ambazonia terrorism, and what will go on in the northwest and the southwest regions of Cameroon. My contributor, when I pay keen attention to this video, now only about 3 minutes long when I listen.
Let us move on to our next questioner at the microphone over there. Mr. Welcome to America, Mr. Mandela. I'm Ken Edelman. Those of us who share your struggle for human rights and against apartheid have been somewhat disappointed by the models of human rights that you have held up since being released in jail. You've met over the last 6 months 3 times with Yasser Arafat, who you have praised. You have told Gaddafi that you share the view and applaud him on his record of human rights and his drive for freedom and peace around the world. And you have praised Fidel Castro as a leader of human rights and said that Cuba was one of the countries that's head and shoulders above all other countries in human rights, despite the fact that documents at the United Nations and elsewhere show that Cuba is one of the worst. I was just wondering, are these your models of leaders of human rights? And if so, would you want a Gaddafi or an Arafat or a Castro to be a future president of South Africa?
One of the mistakes which some political analysts make is to think that their enemies should be our enemies. That we can and we will never do. We have our own struggle, which we are conducting. We are grateful to the world for supporting our struggle. But nevertheless, we are an independent organization with its own policy. And the attitude of every country towards, our attitude towards any country is determined by the attitude of that country to our struggle. Yasser Arafat, Colonel Gaddafi, Fidel Castro support our struggle to the hilt. no reason whatsoever why we should have any hesitation about hailing their commitment to human rights as they are being demanded in South Africa. Our attitude is based solely on the fact that they fully support the anti-apartheid struggle. They do not support it only in rhetoric. They are placing resources at our disposal for us to win the struggle. That is the position.
Thank you plenty, my contributor. I hope say that point is being made abundantly clear and when I understand, as I don't already explain for now, my position as well make me go back to talk now to the people the way they think say they've been at detractors them. People the way they go can or where they think say when they call countryman say La Republic agent, they believe in their stupidity, they think say they so they cause countryman. Or people the way they talk say they so probably I don't pay you the chop sardine, bread and sardine or whatever the things it is so the cost countryman. Make I explain something for now. As we don't already hear Nelson Mandela he articulate him. One of the things the way political analysts the big mistake where they make them now say they believe say this so your enemy is supposed to be my enemy. You where you think say this so Paul Biya na your enemy. It no mean say ye Paul Biya supposed for being my enemy. Nelson Mandela explain for them say, you get your own struggle where you the conductor. When I give me 1 second, I def my hotel and the thing the ring. They phone the ring. Hello, I'll be checking out in about an hour. Yeah, thank you so much. Clean the room. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Yes. Sorry about that. When I think say so French for Yaoundé, not only French they talk. I did for Yaoundé, and I don't did for Yaoundé now for how many? For about close to 2 weeks. And I stay lodge in hotels, eat in restaurants, take taxis and everything. And the only language I speak is English or Pidgin, and that's it. I don't just talk to the receptionist in English. Obviously, I did for hotel, as I understand. I will be checking out. At the end of this live broadcast, the only thing where they still hold me here now this live broadcast where they do. So for continue, as Nelson Mandela talk, he say we the anti-apartheid movement will get our own struggle where we the run them. Just like we the black legs, we get our own black legism, our own struggle where we the run them. So our attitude towards any other individual or any country, it could be determined by that person or that individual or that organization, their attitude towards our struggle. So I don't care whether you hate President Paul Biya. I don't care whether you hate CPDM. Me and no be a member of CPDM. Me and no be a cabinet member or any kind of member, even dog catcher member for Cameroon government. It don't concern me. But my attitude towards how the Cameroon government treat me is reflected on how I mean my attitude towards the Cameroon government, it be reflected on how the Cameroon government it treat me. And make una also understand say me I come in as an outsider, person where not even own a citizenship or nationality for this country. I require a permission where they call them say a visa in order for enter this country. Make una understand so. So any person where they talk say, oh, I don't chop money for Paul Biya or this and that, that one na your business. I get my own struggle where me at the runner and how me I treat other people them and how it depends on how the people they treat me. And then you also get other people with Nelson Mandela. It talk as well. It say Yasser Arafat, Colonel Gaddafi, and Fidel Castro. They know they just talk about the anti-apartheid movement, but they provide the resources at their disposal for use them. Okay, so I know Josh don't talk say, oh, I like SDF, but SDF don't provide me no resources for achieve my ambition or my goal. But I like SDF. I get my struggle for fight more, but I go lost the struggle because I no one take resources. I no one person where it be prepared for put the resources at your disposal. And this one a problem where Anglophones to get them in general. Politics no be na a game of emotions, na a game of interests. make I introduce una to politics, even though me I know a political player. Okay? Even though some people don't tell me, say, countryman, you don't really enter politics. Stop for the talk that thing where they talk, say, you know a political player. But politics is a game of interest. People the day where they don't enter politics, where their political view or their world view, it be more social democratic, sort of like SDF, but they choose to enter CPDMY because they don't look at the landscape. They see and say this, so who's the constituency where you come up from there, it go most likely vote na CPDM. So you go register you now for CPDM. Why? Because you want win. Why? Because you get an agenda. Why? Because you get ambition for achieve something. Maybe your greatest reason why you want to enter politics for become a mayor or parliamentarian or councillor or senator or whatever. You want to join because you want to bring secondary school for your village. Now the one thing that way you want to set them, you want to put them down as your legacy before you die. So you'd see and say, if I go for SDF, even though I like Nijon Frundi, I like SDF political party, I like MRC or whatever, and their doctrine, their agenda, and their manifesto, it favor me, but I don't see no way where SDF will win for this particular constituency. So now one of the reasons that, so you think about your interest, which way you join the politics to gain. Believe it or not, politics is about interest, which way you come to gain. That's it. Now, why that way? Nelson Mandela, as a politician, it talks say, wait till me go gain, wait till America they offer we, the SCNC, or not SCNC, I'm sorry, I don't talk about SCNC again, the anti-apartheid movement, ANC, for South Africa, wait till America go give we, and wait till Cuba and Libya, it go give we. And then they say, America, they just talk now, we mop. They just talk, say, oh, we hate apartheid, we like human rights. But they never ever produce or provide any resources for you for go achieve your ambitions. So why the hell would you want to make America's enemy your enemy? No, you make your own enemies and you make your own friends to achieve way your agenda it be. And I don't always make my agenda it be perfectly clear for every single person. Make it understand that. For when I don't know them, make I state them again once and for all. Me no man, it don't ever bother me again. My only agenda, my main aim, the only reason why we start black legism, this activism in the first place, now because the amber sheet no blast terrorists, they attack me. Me, I don't decide for fight back. And I don't decide say I go destroy Ambazonia terrorism. I don't ask no money permission. Along the way, other people the way will get like-minded ideas, then they don't join for make this black legism which way be today. It don't grow to the level where it did today because I'm not being the only victim of Ambazonia terrorism. Other people then where they've been victims them where they've been in the IDPs, then they've been in a francophone zone and whatever. Them too, they in exactly the same position as me. They don't can't join countryman. So make we destroy Ambazonia terrorism together. Good. You where you no one join you or whatever, stay. No man they force you. And another problem, this way me I get them with the amber terrorists, the way they believe say this, so their opinion is supposed to be supreme. You don't get right, forget opinion. So whenever you voice out your opinion, they attack you, and they attack you personally. And then they don't only just attack you verbally, they threaten you, and then they come after you physically. Because these people, them, now authoritarians by nature. They be now authoritarians, they don't get no ounce of reasoning or democracy or democratic norms or whatever. All way they know now terrorism. And now why that way they be terrorists? And every single time when I talk, some people they talk say, hey countryman, why you call them terrorists? They just defend themselves, whatever. I talk say, well, but me too, I just defend them myself. Okay? And whenever they talk about terrorism, whenever they talk, say they not be terrorists, I laugh. Of course I laugh. And I'd always give them evidence. When I know countryman, I always come with evidence. Okay, so when I give me 1 second, I want to play for una video briefly. I want to load them onto the tablet and then play for una a video. For the people, the way they always talk today, so why you call them terrorists? I want to play them this video. My contributor, when I bear with me, I'll send the video to the tablet so that I go play them. Okay, when I give me 1 second, make I download them. And I download that one as well. It not going to take long. It that they don't read download. So when I listen to the people, the way they always question countrymen, say why they call them terrorists, they only defend themselves. Now listen.
If you find yourself in neighboring Nigeria, listen. especially under the Sako terrorist group. If you find yourself in neighboring Nigeria, I want to repeat this thing, make the cut them again, use them again tomorrow. Because all things what they talk, they always cut them, use them. So I want to make this clear. Under the Sako terrorist group. Under the Sako terrorist group. Under the Sako terrorist group. If you find yourself as a fighter,
when I hear no be me I talk am. So for when I always make that stupid noise, say why you call them say terrorists. Now me that when I see now video, it do am live, it do am now 2 days ago or now 3 days ago on the 19th of October 2021, where Tapang Ivo come live for Facebook. He called them say terrorists under the Sako terrorist group. Now you talk am. No be me I talk am. So now when me I call them terrorists, and then not to talk the facts and the evidence, the proof for itself. So man just read one comment where some countryman write down for here. Mick Mass, he said they will always call you names like sardine and bread eater or CPDM member when you don't agree with their ideas. Anglophobes. That's exactly it. If you don't agree with their ideas, they will always call you names. Now, because now people in this way, they be shallow in reasoning. So they not get the no argument for back up their own opinions and whatnot. So they already know now for call you names, try for intimidate you, try for terrorize you, physically attack you if they can. But some of we don't decide, say, we no go allow ourselves for be intimidated, for be terrorized, or for we no go blink, we no go waver, and we'll continue for MashFire for the do way to way we'll know for do best. And we go fight them back. And now one of the things in this way, the Amber terrorists, they not be ever bargain for. Say it is so they go get someone or a group of people that like myself, like George Bush, like all the other black legs that are assembled for here today, Mo Mula, Emma Amber, and the rest, Emma Wu, and you get all the rest, Susie Sparks and the rest where they don't assemble for fight back. They nobody ever believe them. They will believe them in the early days, say they so. Wait till they fit do and say they go start this madness. And they don't go calm them on the ground for can't carry guns, so they could just stay abroad, radicalize now the poorly educated should know why blast them, may they go carry colass, go die, and any person where fall behind them because they carry guns, they go intimidate you, they go attack you, they go threaten you, and if you no work, they go attack you physically. And now why that way they do them with the phone saw? Now why that they do them with Nijon Fronti? Now why that way they do them with every other Anglophone chief or every other Anglophone elite? Now what are they doing to people like myself, countryman? When you start, you want talk, you want voice your own opinions, them. I make una understand say in the beginning, the only thing we countryman be one do now for raise awareness to the fact say the Amber terrorists on the ground, they kill our Anglophone brothers and sisters them. They terrorize now the community where they pretend say they pick up guns for fight for. Now all that way me had one do but they come out with all kind of names. They call me all kind of names. They start threatening me. They say they go cut my neck. They go do this and that. All those things. Them. Now why that? Now themselves they create this monster. If I call countryman say monster, now them create the monster where it day for our face today. An enemy that is strong. Eric Tato tell we.
Lesson number one, my country Dr. Listen, whether or not you accept my country is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what it do. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Yes, my country people them. Even the embassy no blast terrorists them like Eric Tato, they confirm code. So they thank countryman for the wonderful job with me at the do. I'm fantastic. I thank you to Eric Tato, but you be small picking from my back, petit frère. All wuna from Tapang, Eric Tato, Ayabacho, Sakwe, Kome, Yerima, to even Ayuk Tabe and the rest. All when I don't be now so-called journalists, so-called pastors, so-called PhD holders and whatnot. And when I don't already established, Eric Tato don't already get National Telegraph about 6 or 7 years before even the start of Ambazonia terrorism for 2016-17. Tapang, we call itself journalist. Mark Barretta, they say we call itself journalist. They already get platform. Barretta News, this and that, they've already established. Countryman, it come now yesterday. Countryman start activism now exactly 3 months and 3 years and 1 month ago. I start now for around August, September 2018. Now that time I start black legism. But in the very short space of time when I see now see the fruits and I see the results of the black legism to the extent where even Eric Tato, it can confirm code. Okay, no, not only Eric Tato. You get plenty of them. I don't. Una one I will show una small. I might give una. You get okay. This one una listen.
And that is reality to many people. People really believe that we are fighting just for position. People really believe that in Ground Zero. People really believe, they have been convinced that the diaspora is also the problem. This is the reality that they have. People in Ground Zero really believe that Ayabacho is working for La Republique. Some people believe. It may be very surprised to my audience because we get the most smartest people for Ambazona they wash with. La Republique, they need to wash with, Una know say they get more population. So if first way they attack La Republique, they go always watch them plenty. But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself.
Yes.
My country people of La Republique.
Not yet.
More than they listen to some Ambazonian activists.
Not yet.
This is the reality.
This is the reality. That them they can't confirm code now. So they don't start this their thing since years ago. Countryman just come now yesterday, and now they can't talk about who started this peripheral commode, where even we don't establish. We call ourselves journalists, we call ourselves activists, from Kuku Dabins to Yerima to Dr. Common Sense, Sako Ikome, to Ayabacho, the native doctor, and all these people, the way they don't establish. You know, on the other camp, I remind una once more for explain for una how far we don't come. You get people them even like Yannick Sikoti being an activist, Amber. You get So Foncha, activist, okay? You get Nick Santos, the same, okay? You get even the plenty. I will start now for go reach side. Even at that time, they get close to 20,000 Amber boys in the bush. Today, how many they remain? Now, why do I don't show una evidence where Ferdinand Gongo, the Secretary General at the presidency, he go for Buea, travel by road. He don't enter a motor. He enter an ordinary taxi, a drive. So they go reach for Buea. Do wait we want do come out. No popcorn. Even popcorn when some person by mistake pop and for chop them. It don't happen. That is what we are talking about, my countrymen. That's what we're talking about. We don't destroy Ambazonian terrorism totally. Now, for 2019, time we start to come out with our sensitization and whatnot with Kawa Yannick and the rest. They will talk, say, no, Kawa Yannick no be an Amber boy. Kawa Yannick, that's what they will talk. 2021, now the same shumbu, them shit, no why blast they talk today, so Kawa Yannick, it is suffer. Kawa Yannick, it is, I mean, and then they beg the few Amber boys that they remain for Bush, say, make them not drop their guns anymore. I mean, for tell una how much we don't succeed. Now, why do I don't declare DDR our mission for sensitization as far as DDR be concerned? I don't declare I'm saying mission accomplished. Now, why do I not go hear countryman talk about DDR anymore? Because the DDR process, as far as countryman be concerned, mission accomplished. I don't give a damn whether any amber shit nowhere else drop the guns anymore. Because we don't try our best to help them. And if they don't drop their guns, fine, we'll kill them. I don't even talk about kumkumization anymore. We'll kumkumize, we'll kill them. Life. I need to beg no person. Okay, my contributor. So now the reality that any person where a one for vex or where one for talk against countryman or whatever, that one now your business. Countryman get your own struggle where they run. And any person where it bring the resources to the table for help me for achieve my mission and my ambition, now ye, that person, I go work with ye. It is as simple as that. And even this word said contractor. Now Paul Nilong, it give me that title say contractor. If una forget, I go remind una about Paul Nilong and that word contractor. Now you give countryman. We saw the video. Then now one of these videos where he begin talk today. Maybe not this one when I listen.
He has his channel that he passes. He passes their information. It gets to us that we should send. He has his channel that he passes.
I don't know. Una give me 1 second.
I have more important things to take care of, which is my country people, and which I'm going to begin now. Now, after deceiving.
So I know if you find the video exactly, but when I know what's about the talk, it talks that it get more important things to take care of, and that is my country people. Just one of the impacts that way we will create them. We don't make them the amber terrorists now. They focus on we rather than focusing on our poor population on the ground. That alone, now victory. Now, when they should not wipe last, they go on social media. They know they do fundraising as they used to do. They know they coordinate, collaborate, and do whatever they need for do, like they were doing for 2016 and 2017. Now for 2021, the strategy where we don't put them in force, nativity, the amber terrorists, they be so confused to the extent where they focus all their attention on fighting against we, the black legs them. That is fantastic. That in itself, now victory. If you don't understand, that in itself, now big victory. Say it is so, the amber terrorists, they be distracted and they do now wait where we want make them do them. Now we dictate for them wait where they need for do on a day-to-day basis. Now make a show now this one I tweet. I kid you not. Now Mark Barretta where we don't really kick it out of Facebook. Once again, make I explain for now before okay, I explain for now. For 2017, 2018, 19 as well, we get like I be talk, Mark Barretta, Eric Tato, Tapang Ivo, Yabacho Lucas, Yerima, we get Dr. Common Sense, we get Sakoi Kome, we get Chris Anu, we get Kuku Dabins, we get Euphocant Eugene, some other nincompoops them, with this other sperm chop and the rest. And at that time, all of them, they will be in unity. Okay, they will do fundraising, all of them they will contribute. They know we don't be divided to the extent where they be today. And they will get a massive presence on Facebook. The one greatest achievement where we country people, we don't achieve them. Now for deplatform them. We don't remove them. So now why that way Mark Barretta, it only exists now for Twitter. Why? Enough to create a Facebook account anymore. Now we don't deplatform Mark Barretta. We get more than 180,000 followers. Now we don't deplatform Eric Tato and deplatform National Telegraph. We also deplatform Barretta News. We also deplatform Ambazonia Terrorism Alphabet TV account as well. We also deplatform Kukuda Beans. We don't deplatform thousands of them. And then we convert people them like Yannick Sikot into into black legs them. So now if you see now the tweet that Mark Barretta write them. He write them yesterday, the 21st. He say, I read that Facebook has officially named Ambazonia Defense Forces, the ADF, as a terror organization and banned it on their platform. The move from Facebook is not shocking. It's validation of our heroes. so as Facebook don't officially recognize them as terrorists, it talks in a validation. But then when I say person where it loose, person where they inside water way it drown. It could send hand grab even a snake. It could grab and hold him for try to survive. So according to you, that one, and this one a fantastic news way enough for be possible for 2016-17 before black legism. Now we don't come achieve this great feat. We don't make them now international organizations then. International, Facebook now one of the biggest companies in the world. It deplatform them and call them terrorists. Now, I know how many accounts then Capo Daniel don't get them just in the past year, about 7, because every account we create them, Facebook they delete them. Every account we create them, Facebook they delete them. So now the truth, now the reality that we don't defeat them. See, now that way write them. And I don't share this tweet for all country people, the 26 or more Facebook, WhatsApp groups the way countrymen get them. So when I see them, now just some of the successes they cry. Then it talks for purpose of clarity, Facebook must be aware that ADF is a self-defense group. As you do that, yeah, okay. Now why when I think it use now Twitter for tell Facebook? Because even users of Mark Barretta and Barretta News, it be banned by Facebook. And enough for be possible, my country people them, without our own input. Now just some of the inputs of the black legs and which way we don't achieve them in a very short space of time, my contributor. So once again, we want me tapang Ivo, it clarify where the Ambazonia it be. Wanna listen?
If you find yourself in neighboring Nigeria, listen, especially under the Sako terrorist group. If you find yourself in neighboring Nigeria, I want to repeat this thing, make the cut them again, use them again tomorrow, because all things what they talk, they always cut and use them. So I want to make this clear. Under the Sako terrorist group. Under the SACO terrorist group. Under the SACO terrorist group. If you find yourself as a fighter.
When I hear no be me I talk am. Now when me I call them terrorists, make una no vex because no be me I call them terrorists now. Not themselves they call themselves terrorists. My contribution. So thank una. We get Mary Ayuk ide here. He said they watch am live from Yaounde Igwe. I did read in the comments them. George Bush is MKP na chukuchuku for who side? Hey. Instead, I know will read me the rest of your comment though. George Bush, I need to read at me. You want to put me for trouble with my reme but don't want me to say man not to talk that and if I talk I'm not go cook me ekwang again. And I love ekwang. I need to read your comment. Nonsense. I know will read them but I go show una for screen. My reme cannot punish me for this because I am not the one saying it. Now George Bush. So George Bush, no more ekwang for you. You don't use bad language. It's there for their kanda, no be their other word. Yes, I'm only joking with you. George Bush say I am the chukuchuku, and that is the truth. So, and then another thing again, and say the Amber terrorists, them, even for some WhatsApp groups that are there inside with them, they cannot ignore countermand. I don't tell them say why when I must can't get heart attack for what me I do. You no get to follow me, you no get to like what you have to do, you no get to support what you have to do, and please try ignore me. That's it. Just ignore me. No worry about what you do. Ignore me, live your own life, do your own things then, leave me alone, make me do my own. But the shit no weblas and kunyams them cannot ignore MKPD. And now why that? Where themselves serve, they will come for here, they must come watch them. You get some ones the way they right here, right now, they watch them live, and their belly they bite. Of course their belly they bite, and their belly must bite. And will continue for MashFire, and nothing, not the way they fit do about them. Nothing. What you could do? You could threaten me when I never threaten me tire. When I go bomb some light, talk say country man if ever enter Cameroon again. When I never talk that one tire. My plan from now and listen.
It is similar Republic. He collected huge sum of money. When things were going his way, when he thought he had look, when my country people platform when he started, he had more than 500 followers.
Only?
When he put one story like this, it will have more than 300 shares.
Only?
You will go there and you see more than 1,000 comments.
Yes.
That was the peak of his...
The peak. I see the talk, see frustration, but by the way, I see the talk say more than 1,000 comments. No, I don't care about the comments. I want only like 0 comment, but 1,000 shares. That's all I care about. So my contributor, when I share. I know say at the end of this life, when I Paul Nilong is go can watch him, and they go see say this live broadcast will get nothing less than 1,000 shares, and I trust my black legs them with their duties. When I MashFire, when I continue. So then Kunyam it be frustrated. Not just all that way I can't tell una for remind una Nelson Mandela which he talk.
Sport.
Wrong video.
Has the power to change the world.
Wrong video.
It has the...
So as I talk, una listen.
Let us move on to our next questioner at the microphone over there. Mr. Welcome to America, Mr. Mandela. I'm Ken Edelman. Those of us who share your struggle for human rights and against apartheid have been somewhat disappointed by the models of human rights that you have held up since being released from jail. You've met over the last 6 months 3 times with Yasser Arafat, who you have praised. You have told Gaddafi that you share the view and applaud him on his record of human rights and his drive for freedom and peace around the world. And you have praised Fidel Castro as a leader of human rights and said that Cuba was one of the countries that's head and shoulders above all other countries in human rights, despite the fact that documents at the United Nations and elsewhere show that Cuba is one of the worst. I was just wondering, are these your models of leaders of human rights? And if so, would you want a Gaddafi or an Arafat or a Castro to be a future president of South Africa?
One of the mistakes which some political analysts make is to think that their enemies should be our enemies.
So that is it. Your enemy does not have to be my enemy. Me, I get my own struggle. Me, I don't set my target now for destroy Amazonian terrorism. I don't care which way you think. If you hurt, you go past, set your own target. Other people, they don't make their mission for destroying me too. And they don't really try. Just because they fail, not in my business for worry about them. Me and MashFire continue for the do what way I do. The go now for before. Any other person we want die vex, make it die vex.
Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Betty. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what it do. So Amazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Yes, my country people, we will go ahead with our Kumkum anthem. The amber sheet, no one last day for year. They go watch them, their leg will bite, but there's nothing they can do about it. That one are the Southwest Chiefs, where they welcome Ferdinand Gongo, Samuel Eto'o, Rigobert Song for Southwest yesterday. Where them there? We start the day, shit no wibblers, noisemakers, terrorists.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.